Okay, we'll call the Education and Government Committee to order February 19th at 6 o'clock. First thing on the agenda is discussion. Does anyone from the committee or legislators have anything to discuss? If not, we have a presentation. Corey Nellis has some information for us.
Good evening, everybody. I passed out some flyers here. We got some presentations here from Patrick here from Warren Cloudsley and Militia. So to talk about our AED. I'll have them go first, and then I'll go next. Ladies first.
I'll do it. Good morning or afternoon, evening, wherever I am right now. All right, so I just want to give you a brief review of the year of the AED program. I would say it's a pretty great, successful year. 2018, we did our first round of the Ag Micro Grant. We heard a little bit about the program throughout the year. It was awarded $200,000 to business development. I partnered with business development to really bring in the farmers into the program to get this grant out, which was beneficial to them because it was a 10% cost share, and in this time of need for the farmers, it really provided either a nice startup operation to get funding or an expansion to an existing operation. So we had 4 startup operations funded and 6 existing operations funded with a total of $188,000 distributed to farmers in the county. Funding went towards a startup of a farm campground, so kind of a on-farm experience, but a little glamping type situation. I'm pretty excited and can't wait to see this ag and tourism thing kind of take off. And then other things went towards harvesting and planting equipment and compost cover structure and processing equipment. It was such a successful round that we decided to go in with a round 2, and we'll be offering that program again this year. And I'm just currently in the process of launching it and having a meeting in the beginning of March. Second on my thing is the Farm and Home Safety Day. This will be our 4th year doing this event. Last year we reached a total of 350 students between 4 different schools in Montgomery County. That 5th graders come learn about on the farm and at home safety topics. Really one day in their last lifetime for these children to even bring home and educate their family members. Some topics include bee safety, canine safety, PTO safety with farm equipment, and ATV safety and railroad safety. We did an ag and tourism project this year to officially implement our farmland protection plan and get the approval of that plan. The project included a 5 video series with 5 different farms in the county that I know Corey came and showed you those videos. And to this date, those videos have reached around 30,000 views. And that's within 6 months, so I think it's pretty great. And I hope to continue that project again this year and pick 5 more farms so we can keep continuing to promote ag in the county. Part B project, we partnered with Fulton County Soil and Water and funded a high tunnel for ag P-Tech. The students got $12,000 to put in a high tunnel structure to have a really hands-on in the high tunnel classroom facility. This year they were equipped with electric outlets, water, so they can be able to do different trials of lighting fixtures in there to see if they make a difference with growing.
That's at St. John's School?
Yep. And then a program I'm really excited about, Cuomo launched a New York Roman Certified, really another form of certification for ag businesses to get a certification, a stamp on their products to say this product is New York grown. It follows all our regulations to get the certification, and it requires a food safety handling portion and a tier 1 and 2 through our ag environmental portion. So they have to be able to be environmentally friendly and meeting guidelines of food safety handling. With that program, I'm working with a 6-county region who was funded money for a New York Roman Certified Food Safety funds to implement a $50,000 project at farms that are looking to get the certification or currently keep their certification. And currently I am working with 4 farms in the county to either implement projects, and 2 of them I've already got applications in, and currently working with 2 more applications. So hopefully soon we'll have your government certified seals on those farmers' products. And then in 2019, I provided you guys all with a little postcard. Friday this week, we are doing an industrial hemp growing meeting for farmers to kind of come and kind of learn about this new hot topic and understand what it takes to grow hemp in the county before they jump in without knowing the risk. I have 82 people currently registered to attend this meeting, so.
Could we get a copy of that? Just kidding.
So, yeah, that's everything I have.
So the dogs will be on site, you're saying?
Any questions?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, then I'll give the report of the activities for 2018 for the Montgomery County's Water Quality Coordinating Committee. Oh, that's right, I can talk, yeah, call enough. This year, the committee sponsored and held the Montgomery County's Planning and Zoning in the Mohawk River Basin Workshop for Planning and Zoning Board members in December. We continued the Montgomery County Waterways photograph competition. This year's winner was Lynn Armstrong with her photo of Chuctanunda Creek. Our second place finisher was Stephanie Kirchner with a photo from Yates Falls. And our third place finisher was Greg Mackley with a photo from Schoharie Creek Preserve. At our Founder Fair exhibit this year, we gave away 1,000 blue spruce seedlings provided to us by the Mohawk River Basin Steering Committee at DEC. We held the annual Montgomery County's Water Quality Taste Test, and this year was won by the Village of St. Johnsville. Village of Fort Plain finished second, City of Amsterdam finished third. There were only 3 points between the first and third place finishers, which was the closest competition we've had in the taste test. In April, as part of Earth Day, we sponsored the Chuctanunda Trail cleanup in Amsterdam, along with lots of volunteers that showed up. The City of Amsterdam brought the trucks down, collected several truckloads of bag garbage that were cleaned up along the trail. And we provided funding for 2 drinking water bottle filling stations at the HFM Mosey's Ag PTAC in St. Johnsville and the St. Mary's Institute in Amsterdam. Good job.
Well, you guys need any more information? But, I hope you all had a chance to take a quick glance at the review here. Some of the things we've done, the state gives us money to do projects every year. So some of the projects we did this year were, we extended this South North Chuctanunda Trail in the City of Amsterdam. Put some signage out there. We'll be working again out there this year. We've worked in the Burbank Forest. We did an invasive species program out there to get rid of all the Phragmites. And we're also building a footbridge across the entire swamp now, so people will be able to get from one side of the county land to the next. So it's a pretty nice project out there. If you get a chance, I'd recommend going out there, taking a walk across there. We had our ag plastics. We got the ballot there. So we did look at 40,000 pounds of ag plastics that went down to be recycled, put on a train and sent down to Alabama, and they made garbage bags out of it. So it's nice to see the farmers cost a lot of money to get rid of that. So it's nice to be able to take that ag plastics and put it in the recycling program. A lot of the guys that are collecting this stuff, quite frankly, there's a lot of organic guys. Those guys like to collect that plastic and recycle it. So it's nice to see, to be able to offer that to those guys that are having a more environmentally conscious attitude with the plastic. So it's kind of nice. We also did another shipment of tires, 640 tires or something, 650 tires that we sent out. So, all in all, we had a nice successful program. We brought in about $750,000 in ag grants for 2018. On track for another good funding cycle for the ag program for the EPF. One minor faux pas I have in my office here is our customers are mainly dairy. So when you look at the dairy economy, they're saying for 2019 they're looking at a break-even year. So I was, you're not going to lose money this year, but these guys have been losing, depending on the herd size, $20,000, $30,000 a month, and borrowing the money to stay afloat. So a break-even year doesn't give them any opportunity to do anything except, stagnate. So it's a little bit disturbing to work in the agricultural community right now, go out there and one of the things I talked about over here is the hemp, corn, it's a break-even crop. So it can break even on corn, Soybeans are a little bit under market this year, so they might have lost a little money, but the hemp, if you can grow for, fiber, you can make up to $800 an acre growing fiber. You know, so it does offer an opportunity. This is gonna be the first year where hemp is really available, which is why, you know, we put that spot to that workshop. So I'm hoping that we have some people, there's, Bunkers Farms already signed on to grow 35 acres of hemp oil. Hemp oil, they said you could make $30,000 to $40,000 an acre. Very labor intensive. This isn't something you just plant. This is like growing vegetables. You need a lot of full-time people out there tending the crop. But the opportunity exists, and you know, maybe, and they've already had to apply by December to get it funded and or get approved, and maybe they were approved, and so they're ready to go with that, and they have a processor available. So it'll be interesting to see how the hemp thing works out, and maybe even more of our farmers can take advantage of that opportunity. So, one of the things I did want to talk about is PDR, personal development rights. We had an ag and farmland protection meeting, and we had a couple farmers in there a little disappointed, and then Ken and I had a long conversation. We've had some applications for 9 months, and we haven't moved forward yet. So there's an opportunity for dairy farmers to get a PDR with almost no competition, and we haven't been able to, as a county, get these applications in any kind of fruitful way to move forward. So at the Ag and Farmland Protection Board meeting, I'm not sure we made a lot of headway on getting these projects done, but I was talking to, I talked to Ken and asked him, Brian Gilchrist was there, and he said it takes about 40 hours to do an application. We got 7 dairy farms that want to submit an application, so we're talking seven weeks with one guy doing it. And I asked Ken, you know, how many applications you can get done? And, you know, he said, well, we all have a full-time job. My office, you know, his office, we all have a full-time job. I was talking to Walt Galena randomly about another project, in Columbia County with the RCB, and he said, oh, I got it, you know, we've heard of PDRs, we can write PDRs. And I didn't think about, you know, sending this out to a private company. Now, we only have till June to get these applications, and after June, the money goes back to the state, it goes into a large pool for the whole state. Right now, we have our own pool. So, it might not be the right time, or maybe it is the right time. We do have a fund set aside for ag and farmland protection. I don't know if there's $180,000 in there or what, but, you know, Walt said his fees are about $100 an hour, but if he could, you know, if the county collectively said, you know, we are allocated those funds to be used for, and we could, you know, contract with them to write the, you know, the one that did our ag and farmland protection plan, if you don't know who Walt Clayton was. You know, he did our ag and farmland protection plan, so there might be an opportunity to utilize some outside services, because I really don't know. I haven't talked with Ken, he's on vacation. You know, I was talking to Walt on Friday, and then I called Ken right away, and he wasn't on the cruise. So, I said, boy, you know, there's an opportunity here, if we have to pay for it. You know, so that's the question is, are those funds available? You know, so it's something you can take up maybe at your, next meeting is next week, but we only have till June, so it's a very short timeline, so I'm not sure how quickly those lines are, you know, that financial thing is accessible to them, how quickly you can get that through the process. But it's something I thought was reasonable consideration anyways. Right now, 9 months we've been holding these, and the farmers keep calling and asking, and we don't have any good answer for why they're not moving forward, how to get it moved forward. George and I are meeting with Alex from Economic Development with Mohawk Land Conservancy, and they're going to be the sponsors. So the Land Conservancy has to write the application, or has to put the application forward. So we write the applications, they sponsor it.
What's the application for?
Purchase of development rights. Right now, there's $5.7 million available for the Mohawk River, and a lot of the funds have already used up the Mohawk River. They haven't taken any. There's been no successful application yet. So, you know, this is an opportunity for, if you have a dairy farm, you have to be a dairy farmer, so you can get up to $1,000, $2,000 an acre, depending on the farm location, and it's appraised value.
So does this preclude the site from ever being developed?
Yes.
So it's a land conservatory kind of?
Or in perpetuity, the land cannot be utilized for anything other than agriculture, you know, or revert back to nature. You know, you go
It has to be in a river basin?
No, it does not. But of course, Montgomery County all drains into the river, so. say he qualifies for the PBR. And, you know, we had a conversation with David at Markets, and he's like, I don't think we're gonna use all the money in our area, in this area. So get those applications in. And even with that spurring, we've not moved forward, so, and, you know, I asked him, who's dropping the ball here, is it me, is it you, and who's, you know, we don't have a great answer, we just don't have, we've never done a PDR, never had a successful application. You know, Washington County, we're meeting with Chris with, what is it, Ag Stewardship Services Association, Ag Stewardship, they did 8 successful applications and got all 8 funded. So he is gonna come here and, we're meeting with Chris with the Hudson Valley Land Conservancy on Wednesday, tomorrow. And then I'm gonna have Chris come in, he said he would assist us with writing an application and bring one of his with him to kind of get us off the ground, you know, but it's kind of daunting when I think I'm probably gonna take my guys off and, you know, and start writing these PDRs, and I will dedicate my staff, you know, we'll drop everything for 7 weeks. 8 weeks is a lot of staff time to ask for economic development or an employee from any agency just step up taking the program if they need. So, you know, it's something to consider. And then we got the RCD, move on to RCD. The RCD I've had some issues with, I joined the board now. I called all the districts and said, what does RCD do for you, your county? And the answer was a resounding, not very much. We used to have a full-time staff person there. We've been paying the dues. I got the budget report and they paid they collected $7,000 in money, spent $5,000 on accounting and, you know, like, I don't think we're having the efficient use of our county dollars here. So I did join the committee and I'm gonna invest 1 year on the committee. I said I'm not going to pay my RCD dues until near the end of the year. If it's not, if we can't make it an effective organization for Montgomery County, then I would go to the board and, you know, ask the county to make a recommendation to either, you know, say we're no longer going to participate on the financial side of it. I believe Martin, you just nominated and put on the RCD. Somebody else wants to be on there, it'd be great. So the first step was to fill any vacancies on the RCD board. There's about half the county had multiple vacancies, and Montgomery County being one of them. So hopefully, you know, we can see if the RCD can be an effective organization. I just don't want to invest in county dollars in an organization that is faltering and maybe not providing something for us. That's all I got, short and sweet. Make it happen.
Thank you as always.
Any questions?
So you mentioned in the very course, you got rid of the Phragmites. What are Phragmites?
When you drive along the cattails, they grow along right in front of the transfer station, so like bushes on top, tall, 8 foot tall. That Timothy.
They grow with cattails?
Yeah. Yeah, but they take over and they pretty much kill all the bulrush and cattails, and it's not native to our area. So we got a grant from, Prism grant to go in there and eradicate the Phragmite. So we went in and sprayed for the Phragmite. Hopefully it's effective. It's a hard thing to do there, so. But if we can knock it back a little bit, get the bridge across there, I think it'll be a interesting catch.
Thank you.
Good.
Corey? All right, so, next on the agenda, I need a motion to go into executive session to discuss contract negotiations at FMCC. Second? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So carried. All right, we need a motion to come back out of executive session. Second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So carried. And Martin? No? No action was taken? Isn't that your?
I'm not on the committee.
Oh, sorry.
I technically had to leave.
Oh.
Top and bottom, you know.
All right, we'll continue on with the Education and Government Committee. We do have an add-on resolution, which I will bring up first. It's a resolution approving new collective bargaining agreement between FMCC, Fulton County, Montgomery County, and the Fulmont Association of College Educators. I will sponsor. Need a second, Martin. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Move to the full board. Second resolution is a resolution authorizing the county executive to sign contract with the town of Minden for police protection services at the Minden Town Court. I'll sponsor. I need a second.
Second.
Legislator Diamond. A discussion? Want to add anything?
No, other than just, that amount takes care of us, and we should be able to do it without any problem.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Next resolution is a resolution confirming an appointment made by the county executive to the Hudson Mohawk Resource Conservation and Development Council. Need a sponsor?
I'll sponsor.
Sorry, Wilson, second. Second. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Next resolution is a resolution authorizing the county executive to sign a 2-year agreement related to the transportation of election results, Board of Elections. Need a sponsor? Sponsor Diamond. I'll second it. Discussion? Terry, you want to add anything? Pretty basic.
Unless you have questions.
Any questions for parents? If not, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Next resolution is a resolution confirming appointments made by the county executive to the Montgomery County Soil and Water Conservation Board of Directors. I'll sponsor. Need a second.
I'll second.
Discussion? No discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So carried. And the last resolution is a resolution authorizing FMCC to install electric vehicle charging station on its college campus. I'll sponsor. Need a second. Consider Diamond. Second. Discussion? Where's it gonna be, Dusty?
So there's gonna be a couple of places, one behind the classroom building, and then one in the visitor lot. When I say one where they're located, they're gonna have a couple of different stations. What's really, if you don't mind me just taking a second, what's really interesting here is, there's the prediction that electric cars are gonna really start to take off in the next year or two. So they're trying to build an infrastructure where people can charge them. I mean, so it really is happening at no cost to the college or the counties. There's grant funding to cover the entire cost of the installation. And it's not free. You have to swipe your credit card to charge your, so the college isn't charging their cars for them, right? There's a swipe the credit card to charge your car. It's really fascinating, kind of that balance between, okay, you want an advanced car, you have one with electricity, but there's not an infrastructure to support it, and they're trying to build one, so it's kind of cool.
Very good. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So carried. Anyone have anything under other? Not? Oh, didn't? I thought we did. Wait, I did it first.
I think you're just adding it to the agenda, suspend the rules to add it.
Oh, you don't have to suspend.
You don't have to.
No.
Thanks for keeping track of me. If not, need a motion to adjourn? Let's sit back. At 6:32. Sorry.
A lot of time to make up.
We'll make it up. 6:32.
Economic Development Planning Committee. The members are Martin Kelly, Brian Sweet, Roy Diamond, and Daniel Wilson. Is there anybody that has any discussion before we start out? If not, we have 13 resolutions. Go through them. Resolution accepting a grant application from Montgomery County Shared Services Facility Location Project, Department of Environmental Conservation, Economic Development and Planning. Can I have a motion? Brian? Second. Roy? Thank you. All in favor of moving it to the full legislature, or any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Thank you. Resolution accepting a grant application for the Fonda Fairgrounds Sewer Upgrade Study, Environmental Conservation and Environmental Facilities Corporation. Have a sponsor, Brian?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Martin Kelly abstains. That carries. Resolution authorizing an application for I Love New York Tourism Promotion Matching Grant Funds, Economic Development, Planning and Tourism. Motion. Martin? Roy, second. Discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution scheduling 30-day public review period for Montgomery County Agricultural District Number 3, Economic Development Planning. Martin? Second. Mr. Sweet. Any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution amending 2019 operating budget. Grant funding for Montgomery County Bike Trail Restoration Project. Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation. Economic Development Planning. We have a sponsor. Roy, thank you. Second. Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Thank you. Resolution amending 2019 operating budget. Grant funding for Montgomery County Courthouse. American Disabilities Compliance Initiative Project. Homes and Community Renewal. Economic and Development. Sponsor? Roy, second. Mr. Sweet. Any discussion? All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Thank you. Resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, grant funding for Montgomery County Exit 29 reuse analysis, Department of State, Economic Development and Planning. Sponsor, Martin. Seconded, Roy. Discussion? No discussion. All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution amending 2019 operating budget, grant funding for Montgomery County Western Local Waterfront Revitalization Plan Update Project, Department of State, Economic Development and Planning. Sponsor, Martin. Second, Mr. Sweet. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution amending 2019 operating budget, grant funding for microenterprise project, homes and community renewal, economic development. Sponsor, Martin. Second, Mr. Sweet. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Thank you. Resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, grant funding for Municipal Restructuring Fund, Department of State, Economic Development Planning. Sponsor, Dan. Seconded, Martin. Discussion. All those in favor of moving it to the full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution approving the terms and conditions of certain pilot agreement to be entered into between Montgomery County Industrial Development Agency and Valley View Hospitality Incorporated in connection with the Valley View Hospitality Inc. project. Economic Development and Planning, Martin sponsors. Second, Dan. Discussion. All those in favor move it to full legislature.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Resolution accepting a grant application for Montgomery County Micro Enterprise Project Home and Community Renewal, Economic Development and Planning. Martin, sponsor. Second, Mr. Sweet. Discussion. All those in favor of moving to full legislature?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Is there anything other we need to discuss? No. Motion to adjourn. Seconded. Mr. Sweet. All those in favor?
Aye.
How come he's Mr. Sweet on board? I'm just Mark.
We're done at 6:40. 7:40. Not 6:40. That clock's wrong.
Public Safety Committee meeting gets 20 minutes to 7. And is there any discussion at this time?
Oh, I have some discussion. Just wanted to thank the sheriff for his hard work so far with the inmates. Thank you.
I believe everyone's had a chance, or mostly everyone's had a chance to go out there and visit. Hospitality's been very good. The sheriff and the undersheriff said that we can come out and visit at any time if we want to. And I said, well, we'll keep that to a minimum, that's all. So we don't need to do that a lot, so.
What day are sandwiches? What day you come for sandwiches? For Wednesday? Sandwiches.
I mean, it's every day.
Okay, we have 4 add-on resolutions. I'll put them at the end of the agenda, if that's okay. And if there's no other discussion, let's move on with the resolutions for tonight. And we have resolution number 2, which is amending the 2019 operating budget, deputy sheriff position. And do I have a sponsor? Brian, second for that?
I'll second.
Okay, Bob, all right. Is there, let's see, if we have any additional discussion on that?
I'll start. I went up and met with the sheriff, this last week, and we talked, a little bit about, using the fund balance. As everyone knows, I'm totally against using fund balance, for things that are in the budget and that kind of stuff, but, part of the conversation that we had, that's what's, the next day, we got the notice from Jeff saying, this is what we're doing with federal, inmates with prisoners and stuff. So I felt very comfortable after the conversation that it looks like, we're going to be bringing in some revenue to offset this, position. So, I'm gonna support this resolution next week, morning, so, for a vote, because of the fact is that, I feel very comfortable on what he's doing up there, bringing in revenue, and that it's something that is, and it's also needed.
Very good. Any other discussion here? Shall we move?
Just before we get into this, I would like to also echo some of the sentiments. The sheriff, we had plenty of time, met with the chair and I to discuss the resolutions, then followed up with a meeting with the chair, the legislature, and then followed up with information to the entire group. And I just think it's, it was really good to see that level of coordination amongst everyone and getting everyone on the same page, so which I think will make for a much smoother evening tonight. But I would agree that, you know, things are certainly looking up as far as some of the revenues go, which give us a level of comfort to move forward with some of these resolutions.
I mean, this doesn't really, I guess it does kind of go along with this resolution, but with the possibility of the governor talking about statewide jail closures, is that going to impact your way of bringing revenue in? Is that more from federal?
Yeah, this revenue is mostly federally driven. So with the governor's talking about closing a couple state prisons,
Right.
which should not affect us because you only go to state prison based on your sentence.
Okay.
And if you're sentenced to state time, otherwise usually anything a year under, you could just be sentenced to county time.
Okay.
So it's highly unlikely the state would ever pay a county to house an inmate.
Okay.
That would require more legislation change, and then right now, that's not the time.
So that's not a chance for a revenue stream at all?
No.
Okay. I was just curious.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, look at your,
Along the lines with Chairman Headwell, as everybody knows, we keep an eye on the fund balance. But I would just like to point out that the sheriff wasn't here when we prepared the budget, so he's making some changes as far as shift, the different shift from 8-hour to back to a 12-hour, different personnel. So I will be supporting this resolution next week, and just again point out that our Sheriff Smith inherited this budget, so I think you know, we need to give him some flexibility to operate his department as he sees fit.
okay, anyone else? Shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? We'll move to full board. Resolution number 3, amending the 2019 operating budget, sergeant position, sheriff's department. Do I have a sponsor? Brian, Roy? Okay. And, is there any discussion on that? Can we explain that a little bit, Sheriff?
Sure, this is simply, we went back to the 12-hour shifts on January 21st. And it is wholeheartedly my belief and the other sheriff's belief that it will save money, reduce sick time, and reduce costs overall with overtime and replacement factors. And part of that is to create that 4 sergeant's position that we had back when you went back to the 8-hour shifts, and they reduced it by 1. So I did all this through budget transfers as to not affect the 2019 budget. So now we have a sergeant on each squad. There's 4 squads, which is really essential to run the day-to-day operations 24/7. That's the purpose.
Okay, anyone else for discussion? Shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution number 4, we're going to amend the operating 2019 budget. We're gonna withdraw that resolution, correct? The evidence room?
Yeah, again, I'm going to make that happen, but through budget transfers so that I'm trying to help as much as possible with that fund balance.
Do we have to do a vote on a withdrawal or no? Just withdraw, okay. Resolution number 5, we're gonna have resolution authorizing county executive to sign agreement. And this is hyper reach notification system. All right, and it's, Sam Asher Computer Services, never heard of them before. And do I have a sponsor to that? Brian, second. Danny, okay, is there any discussion on that? Shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 6, we're going to authorize the county executive is very busy today. Authorize the county executive to sign agreement for inmate dental services. And do I have a sponsor? Bob, have a second. Martin, why are you so quiet today? Okay, Brian. All right, any discussion on that, Sheriff? You wanna, it's pretty self-explanatory, it seems.
Yeah, they've been doing this for years. This is a dental services for the inmates within the facility. They bring their equipment into the facility. Sadly, you will see an increase in years 2 and 3 of this contract. However, the dentist is getting close to retiring, and this is something that enticed him to stay, because once he stops, we are in trouble and may have to transport every inmate outside to a dental facility if we're unable to find someone willing to come in, and they are disappearing as we speak.
Does he have his own equipment there, or is that?
No, well, there's a chair, but he brings a lot of stuff with him as part of the contract. He
In other words,
provides all the services.
when he leaves, it goes,
He leaves, it goes, yes.
and you start from scratch, I see. Any other questions? Okay, shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
Any negatives? Okay, is there any abstentions? All right, we're gonna go to resolution number 7, authorizing the county executive to sign an agreement accepting the FY 2018 State Homeland Security Program. All right, that's SLETPP, and it's grant funds and amending the 2019 operating budget. Do I have a sponsor for that? Danny? Okay, Martin, I'll take on that one, okay. All right, is there any discussion on that, Sheriff? Can you help us now?
This is a grant that's received every year from Homeland Security. It's the same one with emergency management. It's the $90,000, and the sheriff's office gets $30,000. It's put in technical equipment. About 2/3 of the grant are earmarked for equipment pertaining to the regional SWAT team, sheriff's office, Amsterdam PD, to benefit countywide SWAT response. And so we put it all in technical equipment so that we could.
Okay, shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
All in favor, all abstain? Any negatives? There we go, okay. Resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, accepting Stop DWI Crackdown Enforcement Award. Stop DWI, is there a sponsor for that? Okay, second. Now, who sponsored that first one? Martin? Ryan? Okay, thank you. Is there discussion on that, Sheriff, or?
There is not, that doesn't pertain to
That's the
my,
other department that we have.
I would say you should also give it all to the sheriff's office.
Okay, let's talk to
What that was, when the budget was, adopted, it was an estimated amount, when they got the actual award, it was $14.50 more, so just so they're able to use it, that's the budget. It allows them to use the additional funding that they're.
When we have a question, we ask the treasurer, he always has the answer. Is there any other discussion to that? Shall we move it to full board?
Aye.
Okay, any negative? Any abstentions? Move it to full board. Okay. I think I've got one of the new resolutions now. This is one that, in addition for tonight. And this is a resolution amending the 2019 operating budget deputy sheriff position. Do I have a sponsor? I'm sorry, yes, okay, this, it's reading out here, operating budget deputy sheriff position, so that's incorrect. Resolution 20. Okay, all right, so that's, sorry about that. Okay, my mistake, resolution amending the 2019 operating budget emergency manager. Okay, that gives the sheriff relief on this one here, so, is there a sponsor for that? Brian, Roy? So, discussion, please? I guess we don't have anybody here from the emergency management tonight. Well, go right ahead, sir. Who am I to say no?
In discussions with Rick, in discussions with the team, and seeing the way the duties changed from one year to the next, we really felt it was appropriate to set the salary of the deputy at $15,000. I believe that's a resolution around. And it effectively change that for this year, and we used money in the executive's budget to cover the cost for this year, and then we'll reflect it again in next year, as we, for next year's budget.
Okay, any other questions? Shall we move to full board?
Aye.
Any negatives? Any abstentions? Move to full board. Okay, we still have a couple here yet. Resolution amending the 2019 operating budget for sergeant position. There's more than one here, so. All right, sorry, it's repeated paper. Sorry about that again. Resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, again, sergeant position. Somebody, I think I have too many here, sorry about that. I have evidence written there, I think. I have way too many copies.
This is the next
Okay. What? Thank you, I'm sorry about that. And I didn't print them, so I don't know where that came from. All right, a resolution authorizing hourly rate increase for part-time deputies and correction officers. Sheriff's Department, and do I have a?
I'll second.
And Dan, okay, second. Yeah, open for discussion, Sheriff.
Yeah, so as you look at these numbers, I would imagine maybe you get nervous or think that they're high. I just wanted to share that FMCC, Public Safety, is paying $22 an hour. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office is paying $20. The three villages are less, but two of the three are at 18 and one is at $16.50. So we have a very large problem finding, keeping, and having part-timers seek employment with us, especially in the corrections center. We have a couple of full-timers retiring at the end of March, one with 33 years, one with 34 years of service. And we have nobody on standby, and that's usually what we do with our part-timers. They work some hours, they get trained in hopes that they can take a full-time position when it becomes available. So, talking with the personnel director and then the jail administrator and the undersheriff, we're trying to increase that pool of part-timers and keep them working with us in hopes that they can fill full-time positions when they become available. Because when a full-time position is open for any amount of time, sometimes we end up filling it with overtime because of minimum staffing requirements. So that's the ultimate goal here. And I told the executive when we met and the public safety chair that I would do everything I could to stay within budget, even with this increase. There's never a guarantee, but I'm going to do the best I can.
And I would add two points to that. The last time this update was February of 2013. And also, unlike CSEA that negotiates on behalf of part-timers, the corrections just negotiate on behalf of all full-timers. So that's why you've seen that period of time where it's not adjusted. Because my initial thought was, well, wouldn't this be a part of negotiations? And that's the answer as to why. So in looking at it, it's been through all the relevant department heads, and we feel comfortable with this moving forward.
So they're not represented then?
They are not. The deputies or the correction officers are not in the bargaining units.
The part-time.
The part-timers, right?
So the overall effect of it won't have much effects on your budget, you don't think?
Well, it shouldn't if I do my job and stay within budget.
And again, depending upon how much.
I mean, as we stand right now, we're almost in March, and we have 4 patrol part-time people and 5 corrections part-time. And historically, we've run with 10, 12, 15 on each side of the divisions. So.
And I believe it will help with the issue of retention and bringing people in. It might be a little bit more on the front end, but boy, will it save us in the long run if we can do a better job of keeping people over the long run. Don't you agree?
Hopefully, yes, that's the goal.
Yeah, I absolutely think it's good to be proactive, get it started now, and then you've got that pool to pull from, because, like you said, to find someone.
Well, you know what the minimum wage is doing, and combined with these part-time staff have to do the same exact job, take the same exact training, and wear the same uniform and work the same hours as a full-timers. So, there's no difference other than their status is they're picking up some extra shifts as a part-time employee or trying to seek full-time.
So it should work out then.
Well,
We'll see. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? I think that's the last one, correct? Is there anything else to discuss tonight? Can I have a motion to adjourn? Brian? Roy, second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm sorry about the multiple copies. I think Cheryl did it when she ran out.
I would find out, I'd let you know when he's coming. We'll do a quick pen larceny charge on here.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you.
Call the Health and Human Services Committee to order. The members are Legislator Duchessis, Legislator Pep, Legislator Isabel, and Legislator Pertel. And we have a quorum. All right, is there any discussion from fellow legislators or people from the audience? If not, we'll move right on in. Resolution amending Resolution 14 of 2019, authorizing county executive to sign contract with Ventec Inc. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Sweet, second. Legislator Diamond, thank you. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? You two over there? Opposed, abstained?
Not opposed.
Not opposing, okay. Moving on. Next is resolution supporting the consolidation of vital registration districts between the town of Amsterdam and the village of Fort Johnson. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Pertel, Legislator Isabel. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, carried. Next is resolution authorizing county executive to sign transportation initiative program, Wheels to Work. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Pertel, I'll second it. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. Next is resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, PHEP grant carryover funds, public health. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Sweet, Legislator Diamond, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. We good? Okay, sorry. Next is resolution amending 2019 operating budget, IAP grant carryover funds. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Pertel, Legislator Sweet, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. Next is resolution amending 2019 operating budget, rabies grant carryover funds, public health. I'll look for a sponsor. Legislator Isabel, Legislator Pertel, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. This is the most resolutions I've ever had. Next is resolution amending the 2019 operating budget, mental health, public health. Sponsor. Legislator Sweet, second. Legislator Pertel, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, carried. Now for a motion to adjourn. Legislator Isbell, Legislator Patel.
I'd like to call Physical Services Committee. Any discussion? We only have one resolution. You're pretty quiet this month. All right, moving right on to the resolution. Resolution awarding the bridge placement contract for Tioga Construction.
Patel, legislator Kelly. All those in favor, move it to a full board? Discussion.
Chair. I understand there's a meeting on March 11th at the Town of Amsterdam Town Building to discuss with the residents of the Cranesville area, so they know what's going on, and will be updated at that time, correct? Thank you.
Any other discussion? All want to move the full board?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So moved. Anything on the other? Anybody else got a motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn. Second. Please, stop.
Call to order the Budget and Finance Committee meeting 7:05. Discussion. Megan.
I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention that we are coming up on foreclosure time of year. So if anyone wants to meet to or be part of the meetings to look at the properties that are coming up, please give me a call. I will fill you in on details.
What's your son?
We already had you on the list, Bob.
Yeah.
We have a couple resolutions, and then we have an executive session we need to go into. So, first resolution increasing the petty cash account amount.
Sponsor.
Sponsor, second?
Second.
Second. Discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Next resolution authorizing the sale of real property acquired by tax foreclosure in the town of Canajoharie. Sponsor? Sponsored by Roy China, second by Mr. Wilson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Resolution approving the abstracts of auto claims. Motion? Legislator Kelly, second. Legislator Diamond. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Now I need a motion to go into executive session to talk about
Pending and current litigation.
motion by Legislator Sweet, second by Legislator Wilson. Motion come out of the executive session.
I make a motion that we come out of executive session where no business was voted on.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor? Aye.